Good morning, Morning Musings by Melinda. How are you today? What is today? Today is Tuesday, September 15th, halfway through the month of September, and we apologize that we put the wrong time out yesterday for our musing. So hopefully you'll catch this later because it's a topic that people have been asking me about, and that's having a life review. Oftentimes when I'm talking to the other side, they will say to their loved ones, here, I had a good life review, or I saw this or that in my life review that I wish I had perhaps done a little bit in a kinder or more considerate way. And of course, we all know that caskets don't have pockets, so money isn't what people regret. What people regret are the things that they wish they had done or said that were kind and loving, or the things that they did or said that were not kind or loving that they are holding themselves accountable for. So is it true? Is there really a life review? Well, there are scientific studies that show that the part of our brain that holds memory is the last part of our brain to die, and that indeed people who've had near-death experiences talk about having a life review. And it's not in chronological order. It's not like you see yourself from baby up. It's little snapshots according to what an NDE people talk about. And that is little snapshots of the emotional issues that we've had in our life, or the times that we've been hurt or hurt others. And so between the scientific study and near-death experiences and what I get from doing my work, I think we have a life review. And I think that it's important to understand that your life review isn't about punishment, although you do feel the feelings that you inflicted on somebody that were painful feelings when you're seeing your life review, and see that maybe you were unkind, which kind of is more of a stimulation or a thought that maybe we should be kinder and nicer. You know, I put out something about the fires and how awful all the fires are, and people losing their homes and their lives and our wildlife and our forests and so on. And a couple of people turned it into a political discussion. Please don't do that. If you really believe in the love and the integrity of being a Christian, then you use kindness rather than divisive energy when you're trying to give prayers and consideration to your fellow human being. But, you know, those are the kinds of things that we see in our life review, or times that maybe we wished we hadn't said something that was inappropriate and or not nice, just plain not nice, or we've done something that's not nice. And, you know, we're all human beings, so we can all be jackasses and all behave inappropriately, because that's part of our makeup as human beings and our ego. When we get defensive and we're raised by other humans and we're taught things that are inappropriate. And I talk about that a lot with understanding our karmic profile and why we chose our parents. But if you want to have a good life review, then change the dynamics of some of the energy of how divisive you may be, or some of the judgment that you may put out there, or some of the idea that you're in a position of being one above somebody, or some of that malarkey that we tend to do as human beings, so that your life review is a good one. And recognize that science is now catching up with some of the idea of what we've been talking about in spiritual circles for a while. And remember that I'm the person that doesn't take God out of spirituality, and I believe that it's all a balancing act here on the earth plane between our shadow side and our light side, and that's exactly what Jesus was teaching us. So think about how you behave and your life review, and what it would be that you might, in your life review, have some regret over, and then maybe follow the premise of some of the 12-step programs and make amends to people that you know in your heart that you've maligned or hurt or been inappropriate with, so that you can absolutely balance that out karmically. That's not to say that you keep toxic people in your life, even when they're your relatives, because remember, the law of attraction is an absolute law, and if you hang on to toxicity, you attract other toxicity. But being in a state of forgiveness just means neutralizing the situation or the person and honoring that you learned the lesson. but you can still send positive energy if you were responsible for some of that. So that's called an life review, your life flashing in front of your eyes. So I hope that you guys have a really great middle of the month day. It's the 15th of September. We are still in a situation in this country where we all need to do the best we can to be in honor and integrity with each other, be kind, agree to disagree if we disagree, and disagree in a way that doesn't incite inappropriateness or, nastiness, and just maybe embrace that we're all, one race, mankind. Have a great day.